Hey, welcome to Petey's PT. My name is Petey, coming at you today with your 15-minute workout of the day. Today we have body weight core, so all that you need for this workout is your own body in the space about the size of a yoga mat. That is perfect. And with that, we will go ahead and jump right in with our warm-up today. So, starting down on the ground in the tabletop position, we want hands and knees on the ground. I want you to first think about your fingers, spreading out all of your fingers so you've got a nice active grip on the ground. I want to pull in my core. I want to start to think about turning that on. So pull your belly button to your spine. Think about connecting the top of your pelvis to the bottom of your rib cage. Once I'm in this supportive position, I just want to take a nice gentle rock back into the hips and then forward so that my shoulders are a little bit past my wrists. Just kind of stretching out the wrists, getting used to moving with that supported core. Start to think about that breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. From here, I want to come back to neutral. I want to just take some circles. Think about drawing some medium circles with your shoulders around your wrists. A couple directions one way, or a couple times one way, a couple times the other way. All right, from here I want to start warming up the spine. So in that supported core position, we're going to go from there into taking the belly button towards the ground, tipping that pelvis down, taking the crown of the head up, and then going the other way. So finding an arch in the back. Try to get full range of motion on these two movements without feeling any pain. Move nice and slow. Build that awareness in your own body. Keep breathing. All right, coming back to neutral from here, I'm going to sit back. I'm going to shake the arms out a little bit, and then I'm going to start to work on opening up the T-spine. So any rotational elements in core today, we want to happen through the T-spine or the mid-back. So I want to take my hand out wide here, not putting any weight on it, just putting it by the ear. Touch the elbow to standing arm, and open up the chest as wide as you can. It's okay if we can't get that elbow all the way pointing to the ceiling. Again, we want to try this movement at our full range of motion without causing any pain. Opening up that rotation through the T-spine. Thinking about bracing your core so that the hips stay nice and stable. Headed to the other side now. Again, think about that breathing. Think about very lightly challenging your T-spine rotation. So each rep that I go, I want to open up my chest just a little bit more. All right, and sitting it back right here, I want to get a little bit of a stretch of the shoulders of the upper back, crossing the arms forward, pulling forward here, finding some rounding in the T-spine, and then bring the arms back to open up the chest, squeeze between shoulder blades, and arms forward, crossing them up. Open up the chest, big breath in. Breathing out. And in. All right, and shaking those arms out. Last thing we're gonna warm before we get going on our core is our glutes. So what I want you to do, we're gonna warm these up in a lateral movement. So we're gonna start lifting the leg from the tabletop position. And I just want you to maintain the lift. Take that leg out and in. Out and in. We're just gonna do this for a few times. We're warming up the glute by lifting the leg in general. Then moving it laterally is getting some of those abductors, external rotators, which we want for one of our core moves today. Switching it up, lifting the glute, or lifting the leg to work the glute, taking the leg out and in. Again, I'm trying to keep my core braced, back flat. All right. Today, coming at you, we have a 12-minute EMOM, which means that we've got 4 different exercises that we're going to do. 1 exercise per minute. We'll end up doing them 3 times through for 12 minutes total. However fast you complete the exercise gives you the rest of the minute to rest. Our 4 exercises today are, number 1, penguins. For this exercise, you're going to be laying on your back, keeping your heels close together and nicely close to the hips. take the shoulder blades off the ground, and we're walking like a penguin. One hand touches one heel, side to side with those elevated shoulder blades. We've got 40 of those in the minute. Next, we've got 10 bird dogs. So coming over to a tabletop position with a nice core brace. This movement is slow and controlled. Taking opposite arm, opposite leg out, bringing it back down, and switching sides. Nice and slow. We got 10 for this exercise. Then we're going into mountain climbers. You're going to be at a high plank position, running opposite knee into opposite elbow, keeping those shoulders packed, keeping the hips low. Last but not least, we have the glute march. So flipping it over, shoulder blades on the ground. We're going to drive through the heels to lift the hips up, marching the knees in one at a time. We are going for a 40 for this exercise. So we've got our 4 exercises. We know we're going 3 times through. We're on the clock, 12 minutes total. Let's get it going. Starting with those penguins in 3, 2, 1. We're headed for 40 penguins. Take it at whatever speed you need. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Make sure you keep breathing.
Why don't you help me the way I help you? You don't have to say.
Keep those shoulder blades off the ground.
When I'm feeling down, you're just not
35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Woo! Needing to breathe there. Find that little bit of relaxation. We've got 28 seconds to rest before we head into our next exercise. So even if you're still doing those penguins, keep going. You've got some time. If you're finished with your penguins, go ahead and flip it over and set up for your bird dog. We're gonna hit that move in about 11 seconds. Finding a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. We're going for that tabletop for the bird dog in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. The key to this movement is to do it slow and controlled. Challenge those proprioceptors. We've got 10 total. I want my back to be super still. Imagine you've got your favorite drink on your back. You do not want to spill it. You totally want to drink it after this. I'm at 5. Thinking about connecting the top of my pelvis to the bottom of my rib cage. Nice steady breathing. I got 1 more to go on each side. Trying to keep those hips as still as possible. And relax. We've got 13 seconds left in the minute. Take that time to rest. You've got mountain climbers coming. So I'm just gonna kind of loosen up my wrist. Make sure I'm ready for that. You're finishing out your bird dogs. You got this. All right, we're headed for those mountain climbers coming into a high plank. We've got 40 total. Again, take them at whatever speed you need. Trying to rotate through the T-spine. Keeping those hips low. I'm at 20. Active shoulders, squeeze in between the shoulder blades.
Just be my parachute.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! All right, sitting it back. Little tiny cardio spike there. It's sneaky. We've got 20 seconds left in that minute. If you're still doing your mountain climbers, keep climbing. If you're all done, get ready for those glute marches. We've got 20 of them. We're going to be laying on our back. In 10 seconds, we're going for the glute march. Again, find that breathing, especially with a little heart rate spike with those mountain climbers. Ready? Hips up, let's go. We've got 20. So I'm using my arms and the mat to stabilize my upper body, and that's gonna help me stabilize my hips as well. I'm gonna try and keep them from rocking back and forth, but still keep them elevated. Driving through the heels this whole time. That's 10 for me, I got 10 more. If you gotta stop and take a break, take a breath, and then jump back in, that is cool. Got 5 more. Woo! 3, 2, 1. Woo! Relax. We've got 18 seconds left in the minute. 18 seconds to rest before we start round number 2. So no surprises. You already know all the moves. You know how much we're doing all the moves for. We got this. 3 more times through. Ooh! 2 more times through and we're all done. Ready? Let's go for those penguins. Lying on your back, feet together, shoulder blades up. Let's rock and roll. We're going to 40.
This close, and when you kiss me, I can't believe that I
Keep breathing even though your core is braced.
mine. You took the pain away.
We got 10 more to go.
Mend my broken heart.
Woo! Taking a rest once you're done. If you're still working, keep going. You have time, about 30 seconds before we start into those bird dogs.
If it pours 'cause I'm right next.
Even though you might be sitting or lying on the ground, if you're taking a break to take some breaths, make sure that chest is nice and proud. Give your lungs as much room as possible to breathe. Next up, we're headed into the bird dogs. I'm gonna come over to my tabletop position. We've got 10 seconds before we hit our 10 bird dogs. Remember, slow and controlled. We wanna challenge the core to brace us when we're only supported by 2 limbs. Ready? Let's do it. Take an opposite arm and opposite leg out. Squeezing that core nice and tight. Finding strength along our back.
Never take enough for
Pulling belly button into the spine.
love how you
Not spilling that drink.
when you're with me.
10 total. I'm working on 5 right now.
Didn't mind my scars and my
Slow and controlled breathing.
It could rain, I don't mind if it pours 'cause I'm next to you.
I got 1 more each side.
I don't mind 'cause I'm right next to you. It's true.
All right. Sitting it back. Woo! Shaking out the wrists, shaking out the arms. We got 14 seconds until those mountain climbers. Now, if your wrists are starting to bother you more than just work, you can take the mountain climbers on your knuckles, or if you've got some dumbbells, some small dumbbells, you can safely do mountain climbers on those. All right, speak of the devil, mountain climbers, let's roll.
And
We're going to 40.
I would have it undone, no, I hurt you. Yeah, I was
I'm at 20. Remember to take these at whatever pace serves you.
weight on my shoulder. Know that I regret it. Hope
Woo.
for what
Coming out of my 40, taking a break, regaining my breath. 33 seconds left in the minute.
I found a way back to love.
Try to keep my chest nice and proud so my lungs have enough room to breathe. Headed for that glute bridge march next.
Try to make everything better. You
We got 18 seconds, so I'm just gonna take this opportunity to reset my core, breathing in through my belly,
be better.
pressing my belly button down as I breathe out, staying nice and engaged. All right, in 4, 3, 2, 1, lift the hips, let's go for that march. We've got 20 total. Now I want you to think about keeping your core braced even though you're moving in the lower half. You're starting to feel it in the lower back. Just take it to a glute bridge hold for as long as it takes me to knock out 20. We want to make sure we're keeping our lower back in a supported position. Got 10 more.
My bed. Yeah, I'm not proud. It was just a mistake.
You're gonna get that active glute through the heel drive.
Regret it. Hope
3,
I pay you for
2, 1, taking a break. Woo! Little breath, 22 seconds until we roll into our last round. 12-minute EMOM, 4 exercises, 3 times through, and that's it. Starting back over with those penguins.
try to make everything better.
Taking an opportunity to breathe. We're getting started in 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. Feet together, close to the hips, shoulders off the mat. Waddle like a penguin.
Love me better.
We're going to 40 here. Keep that lower back pressed into the ground. Woo! That's it. Once you're done with those penguins, you are done with them. You don't have to do them again. Next up, 28 seconds left in the round to rest before we move to our bird dogs. So we got bird dogs, mountain climbers, glute bridge march, done. All right, I'm making my way towards the tabletop position. We get about 13 seconds left before we hit the bird dogs. Really, really important for low back and postural support. Going in, 3, 2, 1. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Taking it out, taking it in. We got 10 total. Take your time. Last round here. Feel your core connect your opposite arm and opposite leg across your body. Think about that fascial line. Think about how many things you do in a day that involve crossing the midline of the body. Gotta have that active core brace there to support it. I got one more each side. All right, taking a rest, shaking on the hands. Mounted climbers next. This time I'm gonna try knuckles down. You do this on your knuckles or on small dumbbells. Let's go in 3, 2, 1. We've got 40 mountain climbers. Keep those hips low. Take them at whatever speed you need. I'm halfway there. Woo! 10 more. And rest. Ah. Oh my gosh, those sneak up on me every single time. But all done with those once you're done with your mountain climbers. We got one more exercise to go. 25 seconds until we knock it out. Finish it off with that glute bridge march. 15 seconds. Love adding this kind of glute work into core because it is all core. It's all supporting each other. You want those systems to work together. All right, let's do this. In 2, 1, hips up, march it for 20. Last exercise you got. Keep that core tight. Try to keep the hips square. Keep breathing. I'm halfway through, I got 10 more. Remember that option. You can just hold that glute bridge or do a double leg glute bridge for 10, as long as it takes me to knock out 20. All right, I got 5 more marches. Woo! And relaxing once you are done marching. If you're still marching, you still got time. 15 seconds to go. Finish it strong. Get every rep that you can in there. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that is it for our core EMOM today. Let's get a little bit of a stretch before we go. And then you've done your 15-minute workout. So putting the wrists together like so, finding some circles, just a little bit of mobility, loosen them up. We did do 2 core exercises in a plank or a quadruped position. Put a little bit of work in those wrists today. Whew. Also like to hit a nice little figure 4 stretch. So taking the leg up like so. So I'm doing this supported on my arms and I'm gently pressing my knee away. Feeling it in the glute, also feeling it in the outside of the hip. If you want to feel a little more in the glute, sneak this leg in. All right, switching it up here. I'm going to start out working my way in. Trying to keep a nice proud chest as I do this. All right, coming into the last position here. I just want to take a little bit of a core release, so sitting back with the legs like this, clasp my hands behind the back. Find a little bit of an open through the chest, keeping that core brace at the bottom so we don't put the back with too much hyperextension. And relax, shaking it out. Thank you so much for joining me today for your 15-minute workout of the day. You knocked out some awesome functional core, and I hope it helps support you at whatever you're doing next. See you next time. Thanks for coming.